Not since the horrors of the Black Plague has our land seen such despair. Almost 2 millennia after Sigmar founded the Empire, the realm is fractured and broken. 3 rival factions claim the Imperial crown: Marienburg, Middenheim, and Reichland. Lure of power brings the armies of men against one another in a seemingly endless tide of battle. An island of peace in a sea of conflict, Mordheim drew wealth such as the city had never seen into its walls. But with its prosperity came the corruption of arrogance and hedonism and greed. The gods could not long abide the outrages of Mordheim's populace. In the heavens, an ill star appeared. A great twin-tailed comet that some priests warned was nothing less than the hammer of Sigmar. They preached tidings of doom and repentance, but their sermons were ignored. An attitude of rebellious revelry gripped the city as the comet grew ever nearer. The grand festival to celebrate the turn of the year was a mockery of the apocalyptic prophecies. It was then that the hammer fell. The fiery comet plowed through the city, gouging a deep crater in the midst of the poor quarter. The wondrous palace of Count Steinhard was broken, the grand amphitheater shattered, the vast great library blighted by a pall of ash. Fire and smoke decimated the populace, but worse awaited the survivors. A malignant corruption that brought with it mutation and madness, the vile taint of chaos. In the shattered city, strange green-black stones were discovered. Strange energies emanated from these shards. Warlocks and alchemists experimented with these word stones and soon determined that their uncanny properties could work wonders. Wordstone could heal the sick, regenerate the old, or even turn base metal to gold. Lust for Wordstone focused avaricious eyes upon ruined Mordheim. Treasure hunters descended upon the city, vying with both mutated horrors that claimed the ruins as their own, and crusading zealots who sought to prevent the taint from spreading. Inhuman creatures filtered into Mordheim, staking their own claims. An endless pilgrimage of the greedy and ambitious fighting and dying in a place now called the City of the Damned.
So, those of you who didn't see the cinematic or did watch it for some reason, to tell again, we are going to play some more time, City of the Damned. Those around you don't know the game, it's a turn-based strategy kind of game, where you go into the city and try to get as much Wordstone as you can with your little warband. The screen you're looking at right now is the kind of your base. Say. Here you can manage, equip, upgrade your warband, look for missions, do multiplayer if you want to. Have your shop where you can buy equipment for your warband, and so you send off your warpstone. Whatever shipments we have to fulfill. You can see up here we have the amount of gold we have. Warpstone we have, what kind of warpstone we have. Also you see no shipment is requested right now, because this is the first day of this warband, I just created it. So there is no shipment requested right now, but there will be very soon. I have played already quite a lot of this game, about 200-300 hours. So as you can see here, in terms of the veteran skills, I have unlocked pretty much everything. And from level 9 from 10, so there's only one more level I can get. Which means this warband will start with a lot of gold and also some skills, which will make the playthrough easier. This game can be really hard sometimes, so you will have, if you create your first warband, you will have to get another one at some point, because it's really hard in the first playthrough if you don't know everything already. You will fail with some warbands, they will be crippled, they will be death, and you will have to delete some of them and get new ones. Try it again. These veteran skills should make it easier. Every time you get a new warband with higher level, you can get more bonuses. Make the game a lot easier on your later playthroughs. Not too easy, but still, it's gonna help a lot. The bonus I've gone with mostly just money saving. Commander will give you reduced upkeep after the mission. Librarian is something I like because it gives me a pretty high chance of some of the enchantments for my weapons and armor early, which I can use as soon as I get armor that I can enchant. Negotiator just gives me 3 more days for my word song request, which can be pretty handy because it just gives me more time to gather more warp so more money, which means the game is gonna be much easier for me. Healer, same with Commander, it just reduces the cost of wounds, which you can't really avoid forever, so it's nothing bad to have, and it just saves a lot of money. And Merchant, because game, the faction I'm playing, Skaven, will have to buy a lot of shit from the marketplace early, and that's just maybe there's something good where it's not that expensive then. Talking about Skaven. Skavens are one of 6 factions I believe right now in the game, and they're the one I'm playing. The others are Empire, Chaos, Silver Sigma, Undead, and Witch Hunter. Those of you who are not familiar with the Warhammer universe, Skaven, you can hear, are basically red people. They're very cool red people. This warband is not as heavy in the melee as some of the other warbands, but you have a lot of agility, which means very fast, high initiative, you can just basically outrun your opponent if you want to. Yeah, let's go to some of them. The idea is obviously Assassin Depth, because you don't really have another chance. And he's called Ragnarok the Fixed. Because this is not my first Skaven warband in this city, and yeah, you can guess what happened to the others. We have Sneaky Teeth, my Night Runner. I think I'm gonna build more ranged this time. I'm gonna have to look how it goes. I'm not too sure. Depends on what other heroes I can get. Groot, and Eradicate, my Storm Vermin, or Bob Guard, they call it in this game, which are basically my heavies. One of them already has heavy armor, which helmet, which is really nice, the other has light armor. But I will get heavy armor in the future, as soon as I get some from the market or from a mission. And more like for Shanks. He's basically just going to run for the withdrawal and try to pick Warpstone and try not to get killed by doing so. Since this warband is only level 0, you have to level it up to level 10 if you really want to do the layered missions. You could start with the level 5 warband, but I don't really like that because all your characters will still be level 0 when you start level 5, but the enemy will also still have all of his characters and they will be higher level than yours, even on normal difficulty, which means it's a lot harder. Even if you only have to do half the leveling, it's still a lot harder, and like I said, you have to level everyone from scratch. If you start with 0, you can, a few of your characters will get a lot of XP because killing an enemy gives you experience after the mission. So you can get them pretty high level pretty fast, and then they can just carry the new ones recruit in, or even more impressive later on. You can, right now I can have 1 leader, 1 hero, and 3 henchmen. With every level the warband's leveled up, I can unlock more slots I can fill up, as you can see here. I could buy more characters right now for my warband, but since I can't take them right now and I don't really need them right now, I will do that as soon as I unlock another slot. I can recruit a new one or put them in the reserve. So right now I have only 3 slots, but also there you will get more slots on this as well. Shop, can buy different equipment. I already bought everything I need from the shop this rotation, but every 8 days I will get new. Market rotation will give me new items. I bought the heavy armor, warplug pistols, light armor, helmet, sword. Sadly no halberds for my Skaven, but it's fine. At least I got heavy armor for one of my disciplines. It is now quite tough early game. Won't die at first. Let's Skaven are quite fragile, only 104 hit points on most of them, 106 on the warp guards with heavy armor. Right now I can't do much because I didn't do the first mission yet. So I can't go the next day and I can't do this Marcus then. But yeah, that's young. We have to do the first mission now. See, this is a campaign table or mission table where you can choose your mission for the day. You can do one mission a day, and you will usually have a choice of 3. You can send out scouts if you want to get more and better options, but also there can be shit options. So it's always a roll of the dice what you get. So let's have a look. This mission type is called Marked for Death. It means you have to kill some of the enemy warbands and loot their tokens. It's an okay mission type. It's not too bad, but it's also not amazing, because the AI tends to hide people you have to loot for their tokens at the wagon or somewhere in the building and just not let you fight and kill them, or they run away before you can get the last token because you killed most of them to get the other tokens. So you can do that mission, but it's not that great. What you can see in the middle there's the kind of loot you can get. This mission gives you average warp zone loot and very poor normal loot. The 2 types of loot you can get. The warp zone map you can pick up, and also as loot tokens, and of course you can loot the enemy warp if you kill them. It's also marked for death, poor, very poor. Below the loot you can see the description of how this map will deploy. Each warband deploys in a wide arc from their wagon far from each other. This mission type is, this deployment is actually pretty nice, because you will be grouped up, start up quite grouped, which makes the missions a lot easier. This mission, one warband is called exploring buildings, while the other divides into 3 strikes and surrounding buildings. For some reason the game tries to tell you that being divided in 3 strike teams is something good. It's actually terrible. Even for Skaven who are really mobile, you will not be able to gather up all of your troops in most cases before the enemy engages you, which means that you are at a disadvantage, because they will start grouped up, you are not. Sometimes you can sneak someone from one of those directions to the enemy wagon via their flag or their icon, which makes it a bit easier because it damage their morale quite a bit, but in most cases this is not the one you're going to go for. If you're exploring the buildings, it's fine, because you start grouped up, which is pretty nice. And the last mission, both warbands deploy tightly around the wagon, prepare to face them. This mission type is mostly called Crush Their Will. It's a mission type where you will very rarely get the bonus objective, because you have to steal the enemy icon in their wagon and bring it to your own wagon. But as you can read here, both warbands deploy tightly around their wagon, which means you will have to fight your way through the entire enemy wagon to get to the enemy wagon, or run around them. You can pull this off with Skaven sometimes, but it's pretty damn hard to do. Because, like I said, you have to get to the wagon and get back to your own wagon, and don't die or kill all of the enemies in the meantime, which is not that great. Poor. But I think I will go with this mission anyways, because it just gives me a nice deployment around my wagon since I'm grouped up, which is really important early game when we don't have that many troops. Like you saw, I have only 5 guys at the moment, which means we can die pretty easily early game. The enemy just comes out of the building in his turn and just kills whatever you do. Especially a scam, you can break pretty easily. I think I'm going to risk the scout just to show it off. I have to pay 5 gold, and we get another mission. I mean, this one is marked for death, which is better than Crush Their Will, but it's very poor and very poor, which means I will not get a lot of warp stone from this. But I will still do it, because it has a chance for me to do the secondary objective, which early game is really important, because it gives a lot of XP after the mission. So, let's show you combat.
Your scouts have discovered a rival warband in the vicinity. These warriors are clustered around their wagon, making them a very attractive target.
As you can see there. Describe you again how the mission will play out, or how you will be deployed. You can see on the screen that there's the objective marked for death. You have to loot 2 tokens from 2, looks like the empires, could be chaos soldiers. So let's see. So, again, you have to deploy your warband. You can see here, I can deploy around my wagon, the enemy will deploy around their wagon. Yeah, that's the chaos warband. You can see on the map there's a lot of warps down here, and here, 2 nice big chunks that I probably should get early again, because chaos isn't that fast and they have to run around here, while I can just run over there, grab as much as I can, maybe even bring some back to my wagon. I will just deploy for now. 2 fast one in the front. And my heavies right on the back. That's quite high initiative from the chaos leader, I guess. They're mostly pretty fast. Now it's my turn. You can see in the bottom there I have these blue points that are my strategy points that determine how far I can move. If I leave my starting position, I will lose 1 point and can move around in the area that is indicated in the blue circle. If I want to move further, I will lose 1 strategy point for each time I move out of the circle. The red ones are my offensive points that I can use to attack the enemy. And now I will just move over here to the chunk of warp zone. You have 3 pieces here I can pick up, and stuff in the back, because I have 3 backstabs on this character. Backspace you have to determine how strong your character is, how much strength you have. You scare mostly can't carry that much, and the only one who really go for strength are warp guards. So sometimes have to work around your backspace, but it's not too bad. Early game, most just don't have a lot. Now I can make a choice. I could run back to my wagon, I still have 3 movement points. Or I could maybe try to scout ahead with them a bit, but I don't think I'm going to spot anyone, but I'm going to do it. Oh, I can see no one, so I'm just going to back. You can't backtrace your steps until you have taken an action. That means I can't go all the way back because I have picked up the warp zone. I've done something here and can't retrace all my steps. But I can still run most of the way back to my wagon, and I'm going to do that. The stance I've now was ambush stance, means if anyone comes near me, I'm going to charge him and attack him. I won't have any defensive things like dodge stance or parry stance, see later, but still can attack if someone gets near, which is early game pretty nice because disable the most you only have 1 attack as well. I can straight for damage with them. So this character is my highest pistol, so he's ranged damage dealer. And I'm just gonna march him up here, try to get some vision. Can't see anything, but don't want overwatch stance. This is basically the range is not ambush stance. If anyone gets into the line of sight, he will shoot him. Basically, simple as that. You can now see in the middle of the screen the shield icon with 2 blue points beneath it. It's called the dodge stance, which allows me to dodge an enemy attack. 40% chance right now. It's not that high at the moment, but it will get a lot higher, especially this game. No. Right now I've picked up these 3, so I'm just gonna wander off all of my dudes over here and try to find the enemy. Optimally I want to shoot them a bit before I engage them in combat, but only have 1 range to it right now, so I will see what I can do. One of my heavies, he is a lot slower because he wears armor, but he can still keep up right now. See, one of my skills is a lot slower than others. This is the guy with heavy armor, so he is a lot slower than the rest of them. And he also has a lot less movement range, but it's fine. Early game is not that big of a deal. Late game, they're sometimes a bit difficult to keep up with the rest because they are much slower. But you can also buy perks that allow you to.
A new round has
the
started.
negatives you get a bit. Oh, that's the enemy leader who is already picking up the warp zone that I want to get. It's not nice. He was buffed himself. Mage, so But he can still pack quite a punch, especially early game, because stats don't really matter early game, because everyone has pretty equal stats. So, let's see. Yes, you're one of the guys that took it? Yes. You can see the white skull around his icon. This is one of the guys I have to kill for my secondary objective. I really hope he can reach me. He shouldn't be able to. He ran quite... Yeah, he can reach me. Shit. That's one of the problems with this game. I went way too far up and now pushed for it. Well, that's fine, because their leader just wandered off into my ranks alone. I would like to bring the warp storm back to my wagon, but I'm not going to do that because this is an opportunity to kill the enemy leader in the first few turns of combat. I'm going to miss. Killing the leader will quite a bit. You can see the morale right there in the left corner. I have 40, they have 44, and if I go below my threshold, I will have to make a leadership test every turn. And if I fail, I lost the mission. Same for the enemy. So, I could disengage or switch to my melee weapon. Right now I think I'm going to switch weapon, just try to burst him down as quickly as possible. I will only get one attack, which isn't that great, but I can still dodge that, so it's fine. And he already has 55% dodge, and there's 50% chance that he's going to miss me or not even hit me. The chance of these dodge stance or even normal attacks are determined by the stance of the character. You can go for more weapon skill, which gives you more chance to hit the enemy, and also more parry stance, agility, which gives you more dodge. There are a lot of different options you can play your character. Okay, that's awesome. So here, 15 gold crowns, not terrible, will most likely pay for my upkeep. And now I can loot him and get the top.
Objective completed.
Yes,
Objectives updated.
I only got one of the 2 tokens I needed with that, which is pretty nice. I will just stand here and counter this. Protect my other 2. That's a little bit of a problem with the AI. Sometimes quite stupid. Like, just let his leader run in all alone right into my line. Here comes the next one, which is not the one but it's a hero character, so he does a lot of damage. But problem for him, he's a monster, so I can do the same thing again. I will just surround him, everyone is enraged, we're going to parry stance here because it's a slightly higher chance, but it doesn't really matter. Also he has a spear, so you will ignore some of my dodge and parry chances. Which is not great, but should be fine. Can I reach the archer? Yes I can. Awesome. No, he would have either to switch weapons or disengage me, which is fine. I just need to stop shooting to my
A new round has started.
Sneaky Teeth will... I just keep attacking. He missed my first attack, but it's fine. Let's go for another attack. And I'm going to go into dodge stance. Since I already silenced the range unit, there's not that much chance. And same thing here. See, my first attack will cost me 2 offensive points. But I'm using 2-handed weapons, or 2 weapons in this case, so the attack is tiring. So the next attack will always cost 1 offensive point more than the one before. That was a crit. This game actually has a pretty decent crit chance even early game. And if they are not wearing helmets, then crits will stun them quite a lot of times, which is really nice. And he should die from the poison if I'm lucky. But again, you can see none of these are the one I need to kill. I'm pretty sure he's somewhere over here. Some stupid shit like that, and will just not die. Not fight me at all before I break them. The leadership is already quite low, so I could leave him alive, but I don't think that's And now, because his inventory is already full, he will just scurry away with his low hit points, run back to the wagon. So I'm not gonna risk him dying. And I can also just pick that up with scan. Just be on the shield, but That's fine. And I'm also going to take... actually, I don't need any, I'm just going to take fragments from him. And then I'm going to send him to support the other guy. This game does a lot less damage, and they already failed that. And that's what I mean with Mark for Death. At some points you can get them, sometimes they will just run with 2 deaths before you can even get see the second guy with the second token. Still, good first mission. Node 1 goes down. I got a little bit of warp stone, a bit of gold, and this will pay for the mission. And I got a lot of experience.
Brave, bold warband is sneaky strong. Fetch find much wordstone. Filch will speak to Murder Lord. Tell him much. Warband climb sneak high far.
Yes, that's your leader, you can say. Well, one who gets you the missions. I don't really like him. Or I think he will stab me in the back at some point. So, I can see after the mission is completed, I won the mission, so I get experience points. 2 for surviving mission and 1 for most valuable warrior, most likely because he did the most damage. And also got 1 martial advantage, which will allow me to put 1 skill points in my weapons. Another weapon skill, ballistic skill, accuracy. Everyone in Warbands of course gets experience. You got 2 XP points more because he killed both enemies, which is not optimal on this guy, but it's fine. And you got the physical advantage, which allows me to put another point into my physical strength. Strength, toughness, or agility. And of course, the last one is mental, it's leadership, intelligence, or alertness. Of course, I also get loot, 20 gold coins, warts and fragment, warpstone, and shards. Not great, but not bad for the first mission either. Now I could end the day, because I already have missions, so I can't do anything else, but for that I will pay the upkeep for my warband, which is not much now, but it will get higher, and I will show you how to use your skill points. As you can see, as I already told you, the 3 categories. All of these have different effects on your warrior. Strength will give you more melee damage and help you carry more stuff. Toughness will give you more health. Agility will increase your dodge chance and give you better climb tests, which is pretty nice for scale. It's most likely what I'm going to go for most. Also some strength because for more damage, but you can see he can have agility of 19. Makes him pretty hard to hit because he will have like 100% dodge chance, which means he won't get hit much. Leadership is not great on Skaven, but you kinda have to put a few points into it because your leadership is kinda low from the beginning, and as you saw with the enemy warman, just if your leadership is too low and you take only a few casualties, it happens that your warman just runs away, which is pretty terrible. Intelligence increases spell damage you deal, and also increase your magic resistance to take less damage from spells. That's not great, and I don't really skill into it, unless it's a mage I'm skilling, because the enemy in most cases doesn't have a lot of mages, and if he has, they have to get their spells off first to do real damage. It means you can get it on tanks or on your own mages, but it's not that great. Alertness is really nice to Skaven because it gives you more initiative, which is the key for Skaven. You want to be faster than your enemy to out-skirmish them and outrun them, so this is pretty nice. And the other 3 are pretty self-explanatory. Weapon skill gives you more melee hit chance, more parry chance. Ballistic skill gives you more range hit chance, more range damage, which is really nice if you have a range character. And accuracy gives you more crit chance, and you can bypass a lot of dodge and parry stance from your enemy, which is also really nice. I will go for weapon skill for now. I'm going to put a lot of accuracy later, but weapon skill is really nice for the beginning, because you have to hit the enemy first to crit them. He doesn't do anything, so he doesn't get any points. Same for him. But he got one. I could put another point of strength to get the additional carrying capacity, but I think I'm just going to go straight to agility for increased dodge chance, and also chance that he gets hit by the melee attack. And oh, that was our first day. After every mission you get XP, and if you level up your characters you can also get them skills, which you can see here. There are a lot of different active skills and also a lot of passive skills. Some of them are specific to only one warband, like only Skaven cannot auto-sign Test, Poison, Expert, Swarm, which are awesome all three of them by the way. And I'm most likely going to get Swarm really early on pretty much every single one of my Skaven, but save that for later when I have enough experience. When you level up you get skill points which you can spend, but it also costs a lot of money. This is basically where you will spend most of your money trying to scale up your characters. Heroes can get skills on rank 2, as you can see here, it's already on rank 2, it's a passive skill. While henchmen can only get rank 1 abilities, make them a lot weaker than your heroes. So you have more of them, but they are not as strong. Sorry about that. But yeah, these are the basics to Mordheim. You can also do multiplayer. There are different game times. One's with no effects, just for fun. The other one is like a normal mission. And it also gets XP, so you could do multiplayer missions instead of single player, which is not a bad idea, but it's a lot easier to play against the AI than against other players. There are more than 200 players online right now, so it's not that game, but not that many players. At least not many that play online. So now last thing I can do is just end the day. Go the next day.
New shipment request arrived.
I already
Complete.
And I already got from our contract something. We got a formula, which is pretty nice. You can use that later on if I have any gear that I jumped. And as you can see as well, I now got a quest for Warpstone. You have to do these. Well, the simple point is, if you fail them too often, the campaign will just end because your great murder lord will just decide that you are worthless and will have you killed. So you kinda have to do these. They don't give as much money as if you would send them to another faction with bonuses or something, but they're still worth doing. And since I have the veteran trait, I settle all the time. 13 days for 75 warbands, Warstone. I already have 12, so it's not that big of a deal. The real money comes from the other shipments you do between your requests, which will give the real money, and also reputation with the 3 factions, which gives you more bonuses. Here, if I have sent 100 Wordstone to my Murderlord's ticket, I get an additional day to do my Wordstone quest, which is pretty nice. I hope that you have enjoyed this little first episode of my Mordheim Let's Play. I will try to do some more of these. Let's see how it goes. And for now, have a nice day.